disrespectful to me. But when you have to talk to people that are even older than me outside, you flip or you talk to them in a very terrible manner. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Precious Diri. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I super appreciate you, and I'm super glad that you made it a decision to come on this channel. You won't regret it. Just keep watching. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're the real OG, and that's a what? So in today's video, we're pretty much doing a story time. Okay, so this is like the second time of doing the story time. I'm not quite sure, but this video was inspired by Lovely Gifts. Lovely Gifts is an amazing YouTuber. She's one of those people that I actually learned one or two things from, and she's really approachable. I mean, most times when I have questions, I go to her. I mean, when I just started off, I'm still very much new, but when I started off, I was going to Lovely Gifts for tips, for how can I do this better, how do I navigate this application, how do I, and she was always giving me answers. I mean, there was never a time she gave me this reaction of, oh no, you shouldn't be asking me. She was always giving me answers. So shout out to Lovely Gifts. And this video that Lovely Gifts made was also inspired by Soti Mama, Soti Special, Soti Sprinkle, and that's Sotonya on YouTube. She's amazing as well. I've met her too, and she's super amazing, super amazing. When I did my Port Harcourt vlog, I'll put it somewhere in the description below. I'll put a link to that video. I met her, we had brunch, if I remember correctly, and she's amazing as well. So yes, back to the story time. It's pretty much about the house help I had before. Mothers, even fathers, you guys know what the struggle is when you're trying to get the help, right? So I like to call them house assistants. So yes, so my assistant, so to speak, was a pretentious, if I could use the word that is coming to me, it would sound maybe not appropriate. So let me just leave that word. So a little background story. I got married, I had a baby and all of that. Of course, during pregnancy, I was told, oh, you need help, you need someone that can come do things around and all of that. But I felt like it was just me and my husband, really, nobody else. The baby was still baking and all of that. I was gonna say cooking, oh forgive me. The baby was still in the womb, of course, and all that. And of course, pregnancy is a journey that really doesn't give you this certainty of, oh, everything's gonna be smooth all through. I mean, there are times where you're down, really down, and much more down, and there's times where you're very good. So for me, I'm grateful to God. My pregnancy was kind of smooth. It was actually smooth, except the normal symptoms and all those usual tiredness and all of that. But I'm quite strong, like as a person, and I kind of like to do my things myself because I have a way that I like my things to be done, except that you really get me. Do you understand? I'm sure most of you are like that as well. And if you can relate, please comment in the comment section. So I got many feedbacks, many advice. Oh, you need to get someone. But don't forget, some of us grew up with a mentality that you see these girls, because they're mostly girls, these house helps, they don't mean good. Most of them don't mean good. Most of us grew up knowing that they could be witches, they could be wicked, they could maltreat, they could steal. Most of them. I'm not saying there are no good ones out there, but I've just grown up with that mentality. Of course, I tried to unlearn that because I started seeing people that had helps, and when I started coming to the streets of YouTube, I started seeing people put up videos of themselves and their helps, from Nelo to even Lovely Gifts and all that. So I started saying that, okay, you could find, of course I couldn't tell from their videos or their faces that they're great, but from the reviews that their madams, so to speak, always put up, it showed that they were doing something right. So I felt like, okay, I probably, if I decide to, will get a good one. But how do I even get this good one, first of all? And then I belong to this mothers group chat on WhatsApp that has over 200 women, and then most as I go there, put up questions. Your mamas get nannies, you guys get help and all of that, and they say stuff like, I had like 8 before I could get the right one. Oh, I had my hands burnt. Oh, I had the loveliest of them. So I'm just like, I'm in between. Who really advises you and who really tells you what really is? So I was just really stuck. But then again, I thought about it that, okay, what am I trying to avoid? I'm one person that likes my space, likes my, in fact, I hardly go to people's houses, but I really need to do better, right? And I like to be in my space. Of course you can visit me, but don't stay too long. Not like you, no, I'm not saying that don't visit, but like you can't be there for like 4 days, 3 days, 2 days. What are you doing? But I'm trying to get better, because really there are many things that you can do with your girls, your guys, your friends and family, right? But I'm just that person, especially at that time of being cranky and stuff. When I was pregnant, I just wanted to be with my husband. He goes to work, come back. When I stopped going to work, I just want to be home, watch movies, watch YouTube, cook something, sleep. Do you understand? Be able to walk with literally like undies alone, and not have to bother that somebody is somewhere staring, or do you understand? So I've always been that kind of person. So I just thought about that. I really need help, and I will really need this help at my last trimester, which is my 3rd trimester. So all through first 7 months I was doing my stuff myself, but from 8 months I got a leave out help. So she was coming over in the morning and leaving at 1 p.m. actually. I wasn't making her stay all day, because at the end of the day there was nothing she was really doing that was going to keep her that long. I didn't need to buy anything urgently per se. If I needed to buy something very urgently, I would have driven out, and if I couldn't go out, I would call my husband to buy for me. So she was literally just coming to clean the house and wash. That was it, period. I was still cooking and all of that, buying stuff in bulk and cooking. So I was okay. But now reality now checked in when I had a CS birth and I needed help. So I started to do a lot of interviews. Guys, if I never pay nanny agent, I don't pay like 5. Like I literally pay agency fee in different agencies, because I want you to bring someone to me that makes sense. So I wanted options. I did interviews in this life. You can call me an HR at this point. I did interviews. I will interview this one. This one will not know how to say a word in English. I'm like, how do I even communicate with you when you're not even speaking? What I'm not shading them, do you understand? But I've told your agents that I want someone that can speak English. And apart from me even paying agency fee, I have paid transport fare in this life. Madam, my agent say you go pay my I didn't know that material. Okay, take 2K. This one, so I transferred to them. So I gave them cash. I was paying transport, because if I say I'm not paying, they will say they don't have money to go back home. The agents will be like, madam, it's even me that gave them the transport. They used to come to your place. So I'm left with no choice, because she has to leave my house. So I'm not even kidding. I paid transportation. Maybe it was only 2 of them that I didn't pay transportation. When I said, okay, thank you for coming, I will get back to your agent. He just said, okay, ma, bye bye, and we left. But the rest, and I can tell you categorically, I still have some of those picture in my head. But here's the story time. This particular one that I got, after so many have come for interviews, some had worked like only 1 day because they brought all their load, and then I did not like them to work for me based on hygiene. Like, okay, some of them I even felt like I could change, I could teach, but there were some that were just, you would just know that this one doesn't fit in my kind of, because I cannot tell you to bring water for me. I won't want to drink that water, not because you're not a human being, but because you just choose to be dirty. Some stayed in my house for like 3 days, and I know that I bought them roll on, bought them things, oh, go and take your bath, and they're just you can force a cow to the river, but you cannot force it to drink water. I cannot come and be taking care of myself and the child and still come and be taking care of a full-grown adult. Of course, I'll tell you the things that I feel like, okay, I can teach you, and you can quickly just, I mean, what does it really take to take your bath? What does it really take for you to brush your teeth? What does it really take for you to just roll on that I bought for you? So at that point, I was just like, you know what? I think you have to go. Then another one that came and said that, oh, she wants to go back home and pack the rest of her things, because I mean, she had already brought a big box to my house, and she wants to go back and pack the rest of her things, and she went back and never came back. Now, there's this thing to me, right? There's no reason to lie about it. I like to have a house assistant that can look like my sister. So people most like, oh, who is she? Oh, she's my younger sister. Do you understand? Or she's my cousin, or she's my family. Do you understand? I don't really like that idea of, oh, she's my house help. I don't really like it. I don't really like to look good, and then like I'm looking put together, and then the person that is walking behind me or even carrying my child now looks like everybody can just point, oh, that one I don't like that idea. I've never liked it. So I try to make them together, give them my clothes, I try to make them look okay. But the slam one now cacked up, decked up, carried the bag I gave her, and said that she wants to go and bring the rest of her things. Only for her to go. And called me and said that her brother said she should not walk again. Me, I knew that that one was not a brother, it was a boyfriend, because at the end of the day I found out. But these girls, oh my god, they struggle to find one that is good. I don't know. I've not had a nanny for so many years. It's just like a year plus, and I've had all this back and forth with all these house helps, nannies, and all of those things. And mind you, I've always had them to take care of the house needs, like cleaning, running some errands, those kind of things, not for my child. So they don't bake my child, they don't feed my child, they don't, so they could get me the bottle, rinse it for me and stuff, but they don't bake my child, they don't carry my child, they don't. So I just streamline them to the house cleaning and all of those things, which I still even join them to do. But this particular madam, was I put to my house, came up. When she came to my house, I was supposed to interview her and then get back to the agent, but she came with all her load, as usual, as they always do. All her things. I'm like, okay, I'm not quite comfortable with this, but then the guy says, the agent says, oh, sorry, ma, this brings me to also say that, please, the agency you use really matters, really matters. But it's back to the story. This girl now says, please, I can't go back, it's far, I'm coming from social state, and if I go back, I'll get home at night. I'm okay, let me just stay this night, let me stay tomorrow. If you still don't like me, you can. I said, who said I don't like you? I only said I've interviewed you, I've seen what I want to see, and I'll get back to your agent and tell you when to come. He said, I was under some form of pressure, and I don't know why I didn't just act like myself. I was under some form of pressure at that point, because she came in the evening. I was actually even going out, and then I had to let her sleep. This madam comes to my house. The next morning, I go to her room, and she's still sleeping at 8:30 in the morning. And that was first I just had to tell myself, oh, she probably is tired, maybe the journey yesterday, maybe the days, maybe the that, maybe she didn't sleep all night because it's a new place, maybe she was scared. I just gave myself all those excuses. I didn't wake her up. Okay, I called her name twice. She didn't answer. She was deep asleep. And then, or maybe she was pretending to be sleeping, I don't know. But I went to the kitchen, I went to do the house chores and all of that. I finished everything, bathed my baby, did everything, pretty much everything. This madam woke up like 1 hour, 2 hours later, and just, I looked at her. I said, this is your first day of work. You've not impressed me. The next, she said, I said, that passed, I served the food, because my house, what I eat is what you eat. I'm not going to say cook your own and I cook, no. I don't have food to be wasting like that. I cook one meal in the morning. The meal we're having for lunch, the meal we're having for dinner is what you two will eat. So there's no, oh, madam eats this one, okay, eats one. No. There's that doesn't even happen. So I gave her food and everything, and she was fine. I saw that she was pretty much settling in and enjoying the vibe, right? Now, the next morning, I go to her room at 7:30. She's still sleeping. I go again by 8:30. She's still sleeping. I clean my house again, take my bath, make breakfast, and then she wakes up at around past 9, and she says good morning. And at that point, I ignore. I did not answer. In my head, you are leaving my house. I text the agent and tell him I don't understand what's going on. This person you brought to me, what's going? It makes me of anything that is jet lagged, because I don't understand. Maybe she's tired. Maybe she's. I said okay. She says sorry, I forgive, and we move. Now I tell her a particular time to wake up, which is 6 o'clock. Do some stuff. Of course, you won't be going around the house and be doing blah, 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 because some people might still be sleeping. But do some stuff downstairs and all that. You should have been done by 9 or even 8, depending on how you structure your work. But I'm not going to tell you on a routine basis what you should do. I'll tell you what needs to be cleaned and how to be clean. But give yourself the routine, give yourself the timetable of how you want to do it. Oh, I want to move this place first, I want to this place, just give yourself time. My one is that let the house shall be clean. She says, okay, ma, blah, 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 blah. We move on. Now, I make her very comfortable, talk to her, gist with her, laugh with her, cook for her. She eats 3 times a day. I eat 2 times a day. So we just moved on like that. And she was acting, oh yes ma, okay ma, thank you ma. I carried a mother witch in my house. Okay. I started to notice some very funny attitudes, like when I tell her to go get something and then I'm calling the gate for her, like the estate gate, and maybe for some reason, maybe the number of the estate gates didn't go through. I now call her and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to call them, and I now hear the way she speaks to the people at the gate, security officials. I start to like, okay, okay, I beg, open the gate, I want to pass, I beg. Or okay, I beg. My madam said that. Or I beg, you know, go look, you know, those kind of, I hear it over the phone. Or sometimes I see it when I'm in the car as well. Like the way, I'm pretty much talking about the way she reacts to other people that is not me or my husband. Do you get? And I see that, okay, why are you respectful or seemingly respectful to me? But when you have to talk to people that are even older than me outside, you flip or you talk to them in a very terrible manner. So I got uncomfortable that I didn't speak about it like confrontationally. I just stylishly, oh, you know that you're older than you shouldn't talk to them like that and all that. Yeah, okay, man. And then what I was saying. Well, the shock of my life now happened. This day, I told her to help me get something, and then I saw a funny reaction, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? Are you tired? If you're tired, go and sleep. Or say, I'm not tired. Are you hungry? Well, you just ate. I'm not hungry. What's the problem? Nothing. What's going on? Nothing. Okay, that passes. And that, like, the next day, she starts to do, like, go and bring something for me. Are you okay? Are you sick? No. Later on, comes up with a story. She has to travel. This person is this, person is that. Okay, take money and travel. Mama gets back and goes to tell the entire world that I don't give her food. The work that I give her to do. Hey, she's doing this, doing that. In mind, I'm like, you came here. The whole idea was actually for my child and the house cleaning, but I'm human and I understand that if I cannot juggle my career, my business, my baby, my house chores, and every other thing I'm thinking about, why do I think that you, who is in the early 20s, can take care of my baby and then the whole house and then whatever family issues you have and your boyfriends and do you understand? So I was like, what work are you now doing that you're saying that I'm even giving you much more than the work? Now what you, then the statement was what she came here for. It's not what she's getting. And I later realized that mama wanted a place that should be eating free food, out in our words, free food, getting money on a monthly basis, sleeping in an air-conditioned place, not having to do so much when your girl madam have gone to work and she's the child. That's pretty much what she wanted. At least I figured. Now, why did I say all this story? Is it to scare new moms or people that are looking into getting new helps or people that have never heard help and are trying to get help? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to say that please be mindful of tip number one, the agency you're using. Make sure it is a verified one, because some of these agents are just picking girls on the streets. Girls that their parents have said, be going, your wala is too much. Just pick them. Girls that maybe their parents are late and they've lived with this person, with that person, with this person, different kind of lifestyles. Girls that probably genuinely need jobs. So different kind of people, all kinds of people. People that have worked in different houses and have collected this one's husband here, battered somebody's child here. Different people. Are we saying there are no good ones? No. What I'm trying to just point out is an experience I've had. I've had so many, but I can't even say all of them now because some of them I'm even forgetting already. Is it the one that came to my house and then my entire house changed, like the smell, like odor that was coming out of the whole house was terrible. What did I not do? I felt it was even spiritual, because how can you use roll-on, use spray, use perfume, and you are still, like, if she passes, I was trying not to shame her, so I wasn't, so I just like, and you style, Lavaja, have you had your bath? Oh, Lavaja, you should take a bath again, you've cleaned and you're sweating, those kind of things. The man don't need that, the sweat will dry. What will dry? You understand? And God knows I couldn't say that away because of that reason, so I had to find something. But really what I found was enough reason, but it was changeable. But I just said, you know what, no, but we still talk. That's the only past help I've had that still communicates me and stuff, and was still cool. I mean, the sense of, oh madam, how are you doing? How's the baby? was still cool like that. And if I have any help to render, of course I will. But it was just funny. Like, that was the first time I knew that somebody can enter your space and everywhere just changes. Use candle, use air freshener. Nothing they fresh. Nothing they fresh. This girl was thinking. Well, that's by the way. So back to what I was saying, you need a good agency. You need to check the one that is verifiable, that people have good remarks about, and you need to prayerfully hire someone, because it's not, don't look at it that, oh, she's just 19 so she'll be tamed, or she's just 18, this girl's be wilding. Or don't look at it like, oh, because it's 27 years old might even be cool. It's 28 years old, that's what I've come to realize, really. And then also know that if you want to treat them badly, you will get much more bad from them, because these girls, they have a lot of bad to give you. So try to treat them good. But I know that some of them, even if you treat them good, what they want to see to their mind. But I mean, it's only going to give you, God would even see that, oh, you mean well for this person, you don't mean to harm them or treat them badly. And even if they're trying to pay you with evil, God can vindicate you. Do you understand? Because I was vindicated, like vindication. Why do I randomly want to them know this me? Don't mind me, guys. I'm one of those video fans putting that out there. But yes, back to the story, guys. So that's pretty much what happened. And so tell me your experiences with your helps or any domestic staff, really, and what did you do about it? I mean, your bad experiences, and if you've had good experiences also share, so that people know that it's not only the bad things that happen, the good things can also happen. I mean, I've seen helps that eventually become sisters to their bosses, and they just grow together. They even put them through school. I mean, university, I've seen such, but 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10, really. And one advice I would have for anybody working as a house assistant or a help right now, and maybe for some reason you're seeing my video, because these girls, they did TikTok, they did YouTube. One advice I have for you, if you're watching me, we know you're not going to be there forever, but while you're there, try to make it count, right? Because one day you will be a madam too, and you will also have a help. And you don't want people to put your children through stress. You want people to put you through stress. You want people to harm you, right? So please do right. Whatever job you find yourself doing, please do right by it, because one day the tables will turn, right? All right, thank you so much for watching. If you watched up until this time, I super appreciate you. Thank you so much. I love you. Please do also subscribe. If you're watching and you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. It will make a lot of difference, I mean. So, and if you want to, and if you feel led to, and if you feel like this pretty lady has got you, so you could also share my videos to your friends, your fellow moms, your group chats. Just share the video and let somebody that's expecting, or someone that already has children and needs help, or that family that just wants to make a decision of getting a domestic staff, let them see this video also. Thank you so much once more, and see you in my next one. Cheers.